Donald Trump is having a psychotic meltdown in the White House as Iran struck yet another tanker in the Strait of Hormuz late last night. The IRGC has threatened it will continue to strike tankers that do not follow the IRGC designated route in the Strait of Hormuz. This tanker followed the CENTCOM route, and the IRGC made good on its threats. It disabled this tanker. There's at least one casualty being reported by the UK MTO. Indeed, this is a deeply serious matter. We also have reported that the IRGC has said they will be adjusting their strategy. Instead of merely being defensive as the U.S. strikes Iran, Iran has now said through its new military leadership appointed by Ayatollah Mojtaba recently, a lot of the same leadership figures we've been talking about, though, who have been given some additional roles and responsibilities through recent decrees. Iran is saying that they will go on the offense against Donald Trump if he does not comply with the prior terms of the MOU. Going on the offense, according to the IRGC, includes cutting the internet cables beneath the Strait of Hormuz and disabling internet access to the Middle East, which would impact the entire world, as well as potentially attacking Kuwait offensively by occupying military bases there or invading other military bases in nearby Arab nations and striking other infrastructure in nearby Arab nations if the United States continues its blockade indefinitely and does not agree to the prior terms it agreed to under the MOU. Again, deeply serious matter. So we would need someone serious, right, in charge. Donald Trump, of course, is the opposite. Donald Trump, in having this psychotic meltdown again, continues to post weird AI memes of Kim Jong-un, where Trump writes, "Hey Donald, we cool, right?" with a photo of Kim Jong-un looking like he's doing a military test of those ballistic missiles which threaten the region. Also, Donald Trump continuing to post weird AI memes of himself and George Washington roaming around Trump's Golden Ballroom, which Trump refers to as his drone port. And also, alarmingly, although all of this is alarming and psychotic behavior, Donald Trump continued to post all of last night and throughout today a post from Rapid Response 47, the White House official rapid response account, which included videos of Donald Trump attacking the CNN reporter Kristen Holmes during the Oval Office press conference yesterday. And so here's the Rapid Response 47 account. It shows Donald Trump yelling at the reporter, of course, a female reporter. Donald Trump loves to yell at female reporters. It says, "You're very disgraceful in front of this young man. You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news. Be quiet, be quiet. You're a fake reporter and you report fake news." The question that Donald Trump was asked was a very basic one. Why are you attacking our ally South Korea in favor of Kim Jong-un from North Korea? Is it based on your friendship or perceived friendship with Kim Jong-un? Pretty important and normal question to ask. What I didn't realize, but when I've seen this video from another angle now, was that Donald Trump actually turned to the 10-year-old boy sitting next to him, Nathaniel, and said, "Isn't she disrespectful? He wanted validation from the 10-year-old. And Nathaniel was the 10-year-old who was saved. His life was saved by the 16-year-old lifeguard, Ryder Williams, who was on Donald Trump's other side. I thought Trump was turning to Ryder, which would still be bad, to ask for validation, to attack the female reporter from the 16-year-old boy, but he was telling the 10-year-old boy, and also the 8-year-old sister was in the room as well while Trump was attacking Kristen Holmes. Take a look at this angle that CNN has of what went down as Trump attacked Kristen Holmes. And this is the video now that the official White House account and Donald Trump is posting on his Truth Social account throughout the day. Play this clip.
Mr. President, just scale back on those.
Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. Okay? Don't you find her disrespectful? He understands. Quiet. Who are you with?
I'm with CNN.
Fake news.
I just wanted to follow up on the South Korea question.
You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news.
I was trying to find out if you had been talking to Kim Jong-un, if he had asked you to scale back on those military exercises.
Well, it was certainly not an unreasonable question to ask. Did North Korea's brutal dictator somehow talk the President of the United States into acting against the interests of a longtime democratically governed ally, South Korea?
Now, the White House rapid response account is also attacking Kristen Holmes, not just for that question, but for asking Donald Trump his response to Senator Ossoff, calling out Trump's, whatever you want to call it, with his human printer, Natalie Harp, where Senator Ossoff, during his speech in Atlanta, said that Donald Trump would rather run off with Natalie Harp in a container food truck than actually deal with governance, that Trump would rather spend time with Natalie and trade stocks 21,000 times while manipulating the market and doing all these quid pro quo deals than helping the American people. And so the official White House account says Kristen Holmes is a disgraceful and humiliating embarrassment to her alleged profession. Trump hosts a hero lifeguard in the Oval Office, and she uses it as an opportunity to take a cheap shot about one of Trump's staffers. These scumbags are the lowest of the low. Kristen Holmes, someday your children will come across your disgusting and inhumane question. They will be sickened and embarrassed to have a parent be so callous and vindictive. It is quite troubling. But do you see the way they try to weaponize their victimhood immediately in the Trump regime? I mean, you've got Donald Trump covering up child sex trafficking rings. You've got Donald Trump engaging in stochastic terrorism on a daily basis. And a reporter asked Donald Trump very valid and important questions in the Oval Office. And Donald Trump's like, how dare you, you callous, you're horrible. Let me just remind you what question Donald Trump was asked about Natalie. And it was a very short question. And here's what the rapid response account posted. Here, play this clip.
John Ossoff said you'd rather travel with your aide, Natalie Harp, and build the ballroom than do your job as president. What is your response, John Ossoff?
You mean Pee Wee Herman? Pee Wee Herman lookalike? No, I would much rather do other things. We're building a great facility here. We're fixing a White House that hasn't been taken care of.
Now, again, while Trump is making these posts and having this psychotic meltdown, again, the world is on fire as a result of Donald Trump's weakness and as a result of Donald Trump's catastrophic and unlawful war. As Chris Martenson posts this article from Reuters, and there it is. U.S. diesel crack surpasses $100 a barrel for the first time on supply disruptions. He's talking about crack spreads, not crack. He's talking about crack spreads, but they call it the diesel crack. And I'm sure you know from watching the MeidasTouch Network, I've been the broken record talking about crack spreads, talking about the strategic petroleum reserves. I've been talking about what's going to happen in August. I've been warning about this because we saw it happening. And with the diesel crack up, the diesel crack spreads up, it is disastrous. It's a key measure of refining profitability. It hit an all-time high of $102.20 a barrel on Monday as the global supply disruptions continue to exist, as Trump has no plan at all, as he wants to just keep this blockade involving the USS George H.W. Bush and the USS Abraham Lincoln, where the conditions aboard these aircraft carriers are absolutely hard. And by the way, the supporting destroyers and ships, the conditions are horrible there as well. We've heard from the family. I hear the family members there saying, just don't focus on the aircraft carriers. It's important. The destroyers nearby and the supporting ships are being treated awfully by the Trump regime as well. So the most immediate hit from the surging diesel cracks is to farmers who need the fuel to power tractors, harvesters, and other equipment during the ongoing harvest season in the northern hemisphere and the planting season in the southern hemisphere. Longer term, it could hit most other sectors of the global economy, as the fuel has wide-ranging uses from manufacturing to heavy transportation and power generation. So, as Tom Klaza explains, insane day for U.S. diesel and heating oil prices. Every single region in the country in the past 24 hours is up 10 to 12 cents a gallon today. The U.S. retail average is likely to move above $5.50 a gallon during the work week on diesel. And it's not just diesel. It's also the price of soybean oil is up about 15 cents a gallon as well. Things are getting very expensive for farmers. Ground beef prices continue to surge at all-time highs. Strategic petroleum reserves hit all-time lows. We're now at 293.4 million barrels left, and we're seeing massive depletion there as well. And when you look at the price of gas right now, we're talking about easily over $4 a gallon throughout the country. The price of crude is over $90 a barrel, over $4 a gallon. That's going to continue to go up as well. Every metric right now is not looking good. But Donald Trump posting videos of himself hitting on the lifeguard's mom. Yes, while Donald Trump was in the Oval Office talking to the 10-year-old boy, mocking the female reporter, with the 16-year-old lifeguard, Ryder Williams from Santa Cruz, who saved the 10-year-old boy, Trump was creepily praising the boy's genes and then saying that his mom must have given him good genes. And Trump says it in the craziest way, too. Here, play this clip.
That's the mom. So you did a good job. It's good genetics. When you look at him, you can see really good.
Right. And this comes on the same day that the Supreme Court rejected Donald Trump's additional emergency petition to try to reverse the jury verdict against Donald Trump, where he was found civilly liable for sexually assaulting a woman. E. Jean Carroll. Trump already lost in front of the Supreme Court once. He's now lost again as they rejected his appeal, his emergency petition yet again. So I just want you to think about that image. He's sitting there on the couch with the 10-year-old, the 16-year-old, the 16-year-old's mom, the 8-year-old girl, yelling at the female reporter. At the same time, the Supreme Court once again rejected Donald Trump's appeal of a case in a federal court where he was found civilly liable for sexual assault. I mean, it is really a despicable thing. And with all of that going on, what do they want to do at state regime media? Well, they want to scare the crap out of their viewers. So Sean Hannity wants you to basically ignore all of the things that I just said. How horrible our economy is. How this never-ending war continues to be more disastrous by the day. But Hannity says, if you don't vote for Republicans, we're going to cease to exist as a country in 78 days. The good news is 78 days couldn't come sooner, but this is their tactic, fear and scaring, and they're putting billions and billions of dollars into these fear tactics. Listen to what Hannity says here. I want you to listen to it so you can see the manipulation. You can see the brainwashing. I want you to see it in action. Here, play this clip.
The country would be unrecognizable if you, as an American voter, if you don't take this seriously in 78 days, the America that you grew up in, it will cease to exist. Telling you, most important midterm in your life, everything's on the line. If the socialists get their way, they will eliminate the Senate, no longer allow you to choose the president. They will pack the courts, abolish ICE, abolish borders and deportation, defund the Department of War. Genius. Eliminate cash bail, abolish the police and prisons, institute a wealth tax and a cradle to grave, womb to tomb, even government guaranteed healthy food. And on top of that, they'll take over every corporation.
And then he calls Andy Bashir a socialist because he wants to abolish the Electoral College. But here's, we're going after the communists. We're going after the socialists. Watch their tactics so you can see it for yourself. Let's play this clip.
It's going to get better.
I didn't realize you support abolishing the Electoral College. If you're saying direct election of the president and vice president.
Yeah, I've said it a number of times.
Supporting the DSA in many ways. Clearly, that guy wants to be president. But it's not just these so-called moderates afraid of the new radical left.
And there you have it. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Have you got your copy of WTF America yet? The book I wrote with my brothers? Pre-order it right now. The book comes out in October, but our publisher says it's really important that we push the pre-orders because it builds the momentum. It helps us decide where we're going to do book tours and stuff like that. So if you can pre-order it, it's really helpful to the book sales and the momentum that you pre-order it now. And it's dedicated to the Meidas Mighty. Let me know in the comments if you pre-order WTF America. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Hey, if you want the full story, how democracy got here and how we take it back, pre-order our new book, WTF America, today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let's do this.